Good. Scorpio, what's good? This is Joy Kimberly, bringing you your new moon total solar eclipse special. Total eclipse, total solar eclipse, and Cancer special. Shit. It's gonna cover you from today until hell. This energy can be felt from now until shit. It could go on for about a year. Eclipse energy is very fluid, and it can go anywhere from a couple of weeks to a month to 3 months, 6 months to a year. And so keep that in mind when watching this video. If it doesn't resonate right now, which it may or may not, I'm sorry, but my hair's been in a ponytail since New York City's weather went to hell, and since today it's not so bad, I figured I'd let it down a little bit. Anyway, so keep in mind that energy is fluid, especially eclipse energy, which is powerful as fuck. For some of us, this is going to affect our families, our family life, home life, love life, career, whatever. I will do my best to pinpoint, but at the end of the day, this is pretty much a general spread, and so you take it as it applies. It may come up as a love reading, but it may actually be career for you. God damn it, that's the second time that shit happened. Sorry about that. So keep that in mind also. These messages may or may not resonate for you. If not, you should definitely check out your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or Mars signs. Venus and Mars are for love, Venus if you're a woman, Mars if you're a man. These messages may also be for people around you. All of my information will be below in the description box if you want to hit me up for a personal session. And that's basically it. Really quick, my site is still being revamped. And since Mercury is going retrograde in a couple of days, I'd be a fool to not utilize that energy. So that's what I'll be doing and taking my time in revamping the site. So I'm aiming for late July, early August. There's probably going to be new services offered on my site, on my new site. In the interim, you can utilize the site that's up now. There are services offered there. If you can't find what you're looking for, email me and we can tailor something specifically for you. Also, I have canceled all tarot parties because I am moving. Yay! And so, as such, I need to not bite off more than I can fucking chew. So all tarot parties will be canceled until further notice. I mean, once I've moved and gotten settled in, they will resume. I'll give you a hint though. I'm pretty sure I will no longer be in the New York City area. So if you would like for me to attend one of your private events, personal parties, whatever, email me and I can work something out for you. Outside of that, that's the only way I'll be doing any events. So this spread is to find out what's going on with the solar eclipse. How is it going to affect you? Which area of your life is it most likely to affect? And that is pretty much that. Quickly, we are adults here and we fucking curse. So if that's gonna bother you, you should probably leave. You got kids listening? They shouldn't be. This is not a kid-friendly channel. Straight like that. So before I jump into your spread, I need to share this live link with my Instagram page. I am at live page. It is JoyKimberlyTheBridge. Holla at me. BRB. It's time for a new tripod because I just figured out the reason why my phone keeps slipping off the damn shit is because the shit's falling apart. I mean, damn, how long have I had this shit? Probably been almost 2 years, maybe. My channel's almost 2 years. I guess it's time. I need a taller tripod anyway. There's that. Y'all know I'm anal as fuck about being centered. Please. What is that? Is it that? I don't care. Alright, so there are two different ways that I am doing your spreads. The first way is I'm taking poppers. The other way is I'm shuffling, cutting the deck, and splitting the deck into 3 piles. For y'all, I was told to do it that way. Don't fuck with the poppers at all. So that's what we did. So when I do it that way, there are 2 bottoms of the deck. This is the discard pile. Essentially, this is the pile that we're not using, and this is the pile that we did use. And so with the bottom of the deck, this is the discard pile. It's the 4 of Wands, and the one we did use was the 7 of Pentacles reversed. This feels like wasted time, wasted energy, wasted work. I also feel like for some of you, you didn't put in the correct amount of energy, time. I'm also hearing like you didn't put enough love into this. Like you were doing the work, but you didn't love it. And look, with the King of Cups right underneath it, reversed, that definitely reiterates that message. And so for some of you, this could be about your home life, your love life, or anything having to do with stability. It could also be your work life, especially with the 4 of Wands here and the 7 of Pentacles. This definitely has something to do with the stability, but I also feel like I feel like it's a little bit of a mixed bag for some of y'all. Like for some of you it's just love, for others of you it's love and career, for some of you it's just career, others of you it could be friends, neighbors, shit like that. But it really feels like you wasted your time with some type of love situation, home situation, or you just like you planted the seeds, but did you nurture them? Some of you may feel like you did. If this is a love situation, have you asked your significant other, did I do enough? Am I doing enough? Have I done enough? Etc. With the King of Cups reversed, it feels like you've detached from the situation anyway. And then now with the 9 of Wands right after, it's like you've closed yourself off emotionally. So why are you still there? Whatever happened, it happened too quickly, and it fizzled out very, very quickly. This feels like this was more about passion, like more about sex than anything else. And you've made that decision too. Like for some of you, that was all you wanted, and like it's almost like after you got what you wanted, it's like, I don't want this anymore. And so now you're ignoring it. And when it asks why, you're giving like this half-ass apology, like, listen, I mean, I know I said I wanted it, but I only wanted it for the moment. I don't necessarily want it anymore. Also, too, with this being the 9 of Cups, right before it, where the fuck is it? 9 of Cups reversed, this is normally satisfying sexual relationships, or it could also be overindulging. And then you have the 3 of Cups right after it. Some of you were definitely drinking too much, or fuck, you could have been drugging too much shit. But like you were getting caught up in those senses. And those senses are, the 5 senses, what smells, tastes good, feel good, all that other shit. Like it's not going to serve you in any way. And what lets me know that is the devil. So yeah, a lot of you did waste your time, because at the end of the day, you were never really in it for the right things anyway. You stayed, but there was no love. And now someone's getting cut out and moving on. Now, underneath the 4 of Wands, you have the World card reversed. Yeah, some of you are definitely deciding to keep this shit going, even though you should be letting it go. I feel like this eclipse is going to help you let it go, or it's going to yank it out of your hands completely. With the 2 of Pentacles reversed, if you've been juggling or trying to keep things going, this is the end of the road. 5 of Wands reversed says you're not going to be able to fight it. The Judgment reverse says this is the final call. This is it. Whatever you were pursuing. What the fuck is this, y'all? You got the Queen of Wands and then the King of Wands reversed. Like, this is pure sexual energy here. He's a whore, and so is she when she's right side up. When she's reversed, she's a bitter, mean bitch. Is what it is. When she's right side up, though, she's very flirtatious. She can be very passionate. She goes after what she wants. What I just heard was she doesn't lead with her heart or her head. She leads with her crotch. Yikes. And for some of you, you built some kind of family or foundation, or you started something knowing that only thing you ever really wanted was the sex. Like, it's saying that on both sides and fucking, like, what y'all want me to do, B? It's saying it on both sides because that's what the fuck it is. And some of you just didn't let it be known. And now you're bored. And married. Or in some type of long-term relationship where you need out. You need out, bro. You need, like, it's like you can no longer live this fantasy. Especially since you're not giving back what you're getting. Or it could be reversed. Like, everything I could see as far as staying in a relationship, you know, it could be you wanted the relationship, but they didn't. Damn, I don't know where that crystal went, but I'm pretty sure it went far. Did you hear that shit hit the floor? I heard it hit the floor, and then that was it. Nice. All right, let's get into the spread. Your first card placement, Scorpio, is you, and you have the Sun reversed. For some of you, you're just not happy where you are right now. And for others of you, you have no clue as to where you're going. Also, for some of you, with that relationship shit I was seeing, if you are married, you could be getting ready to go through a divorce, or you could be going through one right now. Or some type of major separation. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. For the Moon, total solar eclipse in Cancer. I'm clarifying the spread. Please give us clear cut, straightforward clarifiers for whichever cards we decide to clarify. Thank you. I have one card to clarify Scorpio. One card to clarify Scorpio. One card to clarify Scorpio. Card to clarify Scorpio. Alright, you had two cards pop out. The bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands because you are assessing shit. You are trying to figure out, you know, where am I going to go with the world in this hand, which is kind of they're showing me it like it's spinning. It's like some of you are trying to decide, where are you going to go next? What's next? What am I going to do? What's my next step? What should I do? What are my options? And for some of you, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Two of Swords, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Swords reversed, I feel like you're taking off the blindfolds. Like, you may not necessarily know, but instead of you ignoring the fact that you don't know or you're not sure of what's happening next, you're finally taking steps to nurture and cultivate some type of, I want to say, planning, or at the very least you're giving life to the possibilities, period, of like what could happen next. Here we go with the Ten of Pentacles reversed again. And this is again the breakdown of the family, a job, etc. For some of you, you could be feeling like, what am I going to do next? But this Five of Pentacles is actually reversed. And I feel like for some of you, you may be feeling like you're going to be left out in the cold in one hand. But at the same breath, it's like, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be fine. Again, you're not sure where you're going, but you know that you have options. And now you're on card. For some of you, you may not want to let somebody know all of your plans. And I mean, that's fine. Stay here, though. Stay in this place of love. And also know that if you have somebody who's trying to help, it's coming from a place of love. They're not trying to force shit on you. They're really just trying to help. There is abundance in this new... I feel like it's a new beginning, a new life. It's all fucking new for y'all. It might be kind of painful in some instances, but at the end of the day, it's karma, baby. It's time. And like what was at the bottom of the deck with the Seven of Pentacles, now you have the Eight of Pentacles reversed because you haven't been working on this shit anyway. And at the end of the day, a lot of y'all have decided that you want to be alone anyway. So what you really crying about? You want to be by yourself, and you're about to be granted that wish, Scorpio. Your next card placement is your environment before the eclipse. What the fuck did I say? Some of you don't want to be bothered. With the Knight of Cups reversed, your environment before the eclipse is you are rejecting any advances. This feels like for love. Any new offers for this doesn't feel like work. This feels like love, but it could be any kind of offer. But whatever it is, it feels like y'all just don't want to be bothered. It's just like no, I'm good. It's okay. Can I have one card to clarify Scorpio's environment before the eclipse? One card to clarify Scorpio's environment before yeah. Bottom of the deck is Three of Pentacles reversed. Yeah. There's no more collaborating here. There's no more work on this. There's no reason to. I'm moving on, baby. And this is forward positive movement. And Scorpio, for those of you who have accepted the situation for what it is, this chariot ride will be a much smoother ride if you get on as opposed to being dragged by it. Just saying. Your next card placement is what's being illuminated. You have the Eight of Wands reversed. And so for some of you, I almost feel like somebody's being ignored or some type of communication has broken down. It just doesn't feel like... feels like if this is a love relationship, which it really feels like, I feel like the communication between the two of you hasn't been the same in a while. And so you're probably finally realizing that with the Eight of Wands reversed here. Let's clarify. I also feel too like whatever action was being put into the relationship, the partnership, what have you, it's abruptly stopped. Like it's just stopped. I have one card to clarify what's being illuminated for Scorpio. Bottom of the deck is the Empress. And so things have stopped for a reason. And when they do stop, I feel like it's going to make you stronger because you're taming the beast. Like for some of you, you may not admit it, but you're super fucking needy. And you need this person to support you. It's like they're the yin to your yang, or they're the yang to your yin. But either way, it's like it's stopped, and so now you have to rely on yourself, and you can. Also, for some of you too, I feel like you can also be with the Empress card. You can also be relying more on your mother, your sisters, sister friends, any woman or wife who is prominent in your life. Especially somebody who likes wheat. I don't fucking know what the fuck that means, but like, you see the wheat plant at the bottom? I see you doing this. And so whoever it is that grows their own shit, makes their own shit, like they're supernatural, that's who you can depend on. But again, I have to go back to this. Really feels like you can depend on yourselves. Yee. Especially when it has to do with this marriage or this breakup. Like with the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Wands, this is a struggle. And you don't have to struggle alone. You can get the help that you need. You're just gonna have to ask for it. And for a lot of you, that's going to be a leap of faith to do, because you're so used to juggling and doing shit on your own. I don't want to fucking answer. I don't want to help. I don't want nobody's help. And fuck that. High Priestess is saying, don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. The 9 of Pentacles. This can be you. And so can this. But in order for you to get here, you're going to have to ask for the help, y'all. And don't be a manipulative asshole about it either. Just be honest. Be straight up with your shit. The next card placement is what's being eclipsed out. Oh, this is interesting. This is the same 10 of Wands I just saw. It's being eclipsed out. Because why? Because it's time. For some of you, you care about these wands so much. And again, with the 10 energy, I really feel like this is something that should have ended a while ago, but you just kind of somebody's dragging it. And it might be y'all. It might not be y'all. But either way, it's time. It's a struggle. It's time to lay the burdens down and to move forward. For some of you, those are worries. For others of you, it's a relationship. For others of you, it's responsibilities that you take on that are not your own. Can I have one card to clarify what's being eclipsed out of Scorpio's life? One card to clarify what's being eclipsed out of Yee! Yikes! 3 swords. So, for some of you, it's betrayal. For others of you, it's a 3-party situation. For some of you, it's the lying. For others of you, it's just the constant worry about essentially nothing. Because not for nothing, even though this is a heart that's being pierced by 3 different swords, at the end of the day, the swords are mental cards. So this is not really heartache that you feel, it's heartache that you think. And so for some of you, you could be laying down the burdens of worrying so much about shit that's outside of your control. Bottom of the deck is the 10 of Wands. Like, you can't make this shit up, man. This is weighing heavy on your heart. And so you gotta let it go. I also feel too, like with the heart, with the 3 of Swords and those 3 swords, with the heart and the swords going through it, like for some of you, you're putting strain on your heart. You gotta stop. Fool card is saying, again, take the leap. You don't have to do it all by yourself. You don't have to be in debt. I'm not sure why debt came up, but you don't have to be, and you also don't have to worry about the breaking down of this relationship or the loss of a job, which for some of you was very lucrative, but it had you trapped. For some of you with the job shit, like if a job is ending for you soon, you can't worry about that because it was time for you to move on anyway. Especially if you were nearing the 10-year mark being there, it's time to fucking go. Now, back to the relationship sector. Sure, the past was good, but you got to be totally honest with yourself and bare your soul and say, listen, this shit been over at least 5 years. We made it to 10. We made it. We made it make it happen. Like, we made it happen 10 years, but in all honesty, it's been gone at least 5. And again, this is you being honest with yourself with the 7 of Swords reverse and then the 8 of Pentacles reverse. Like, you stopped working on this relationship a long time ago, Scorpio. Or for some of you, you stopped working on work. Whatever it is, though, you stopped putting the energy into it and you're ready to walk away and walk into something better. Damn, look at this shit. More endings. Not pursuing it. Like, it's definitely time. Now, your next card placement is what's hidden from you. You have the Magician. And the Magician is, wow, it's pretty powerful. That's essentially saying that you have the power to change things. But it's almost as if you're afraid to take the leap. You're afraid to really manifest what you feel is right for you. You're also, too, I heard that for some of you, you're afraid to start over. What blocks you from seeing what's hidden is the Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is about I heard, like, I work hard. I have to. Like, Capricorn is showing up very strongly for me. Feel like, and what I'm feeling is like, you know, Capricorns are really big on responsibility, and so they feel like, no, I have to do this, and I have to go to work, and I have to. But you really don't. Like, you don't have to do shit. Do what the fuck you want to do. But I feel like a lot of you are realizing that, or you're going to realize that you could manifest and do whatever the fuck you want. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do this. Like, your responsibility to take care of everyone else and everything else is what's blocking you from seeing that, yo, you can manifest whatever you want. Especially with that Scorpio energy, with that regenerative, rebirthing, transformative energy. Y'all can do what you want. I'm clarifying both cards. Can I have one card to clarify what's hidden from Scorpio? One card to clarify what's hidden from Scorpio. What the fuck did I tell you? Can I have one more card? Okay. No, I'm sorry. Can I have... And look, bottom of the deck was the King of Cups. If you come from a place of love, you can manifest whatever you want. You don't have to be this angry asshole. Like, he's so mad that shit doesn't go his way. But things don't go his way because he's too busy trying to control everything. You don't have to control everything. You just need to control what affects you. That's it. Don't worry about all that other shit, y'all. One card to clarify what blocks Scorpio from seeing what's hidden. One card to clarify what blocks Scorpio from seeing what's hidden. One card to clarify what blocks Scorpio from seeing what's hidden. One card to clarify what blocks Scorpio from seeing what's hidden. I feel like it's just y'all blocking yourselves, honestly. Can I have one card, please? Can we get a card or not? Thanks. But look at this shit. Y'all so big on control that you're fighting to keep shit a certain way. Look, this is your clarifier, the King of Swords reverse. Another control freak. You fucking can't control everything, y'all. You control what you can, and then you move the fuck on. Like, y'all are causing a lot of your own fucking issues. Because you're either controlling too much, or attempting to control too much, or you're not controlling enough. Say that again. You're either attempting to control too much, or you're not controlling enough, and you're just letting shit happen around you. This is screaming, though, that I am blocking my fucking self. Because you are. Look, this is you fighting for control. When you can avoid that bullshit and get what you want, if you would just put whatever work is necessary and leave the rest, like, you don't have to put so much work in. Relax, bro. And come from this place. And stop doing this. Stop brooding. And get out of your fucking head. Like, if you gotta cut shit out of your life, it's gotta go. So just cut it. cut it, cut it, cut it. I can see if it, I can see it causing you some anxiety and some depression. I get it. But it doesn't have to be that way. Like, you have to see the opportunities that are going to be presented to you once you do what needs to be done. Especially since it's like pruning a tree. Like, you cut away the dead shit because you want to give the tree a chance to fucking breathe and live and all that other good shit, right? Right. So let it happen, boo. Your next card placement is, what is the purpose of the eclipse? You have the King of Swords reversed. Like, I literally, like, I shuffled the deck. I did what I was supposed to do with the cards, but I never looked at any of them. And so I'm seeing these shits for the first time, just like y'all are. And the purpose of the eclipse is to let you know that you can't control everything. Like, yeah, you've got mind power, but use it for the right things. And also, too, with the King of Swords being reversed, he's an honest king. When he's reversed, though, he's fucking lying. Either to himself or to someone else, or. But either way, you doing too much, bruh. You gotta slow down. Your next card placement. Expansion, growth, and how you expand, grow, or learn from this. You will learn to be more carefree. You will expand by not attempting to control things. The Knight of Wands doesn't try to control shit. He's in and out. He does what he wants. He comes and goes as he pleases. He's like, hey, I'll be back. Hey, ready for another good time? I gotta go. Hey, I'm in town for a little while. Want to have some more fun? Like, it's about you finding the balance in life, bruh. How will Scorpio expand, grow, and or what are the lessons pertaining to the new moon, total solar eclipse in Cancer? Can I have one card to clarify this card, please? Damn, fan keeps blowing the cards. Okay, so bottom of the deck is the Sun card reverse. Another lesson here is to learn that when you're not happy, you need to do something about it. Not take it out on other people, especially those of you Scorpios who are born close to Sagittarius. They're notorious for doing shit like that. Don't do that. There's no reason for you to misplace your anger. Find the root of it and deal with it. Also, there's no reason for you to be on guard. Like, I feel like some of you are shutting people out who you should actually be letting in. And also, too, because this is a Wands, these are both Wands cards, I feel like there's a lot of passion here. It's like, for some of you, you're just out there spilling your seed, and there's no real worthy connections. It's just, I'm just here to fuck. Knight of Wands, at the very least, he is honest about that, but I mean, it's not cool. It's not cool, y'all. And not only that, it leaves you feeling unfulfilled as well, and unhopeful, and wishing that things were different. Meanwhile, you know how to make things different and how to make things better, but it's like for some of you, you feel unworthy of love. And so with the breakdown of this relationship, especially after the breakdown of this relationship, it's like you can only look at yourself and be honest, and then make a decision about what you're going to do moving forward, and how, like, not only how you're going to fight, but what are you going to be fighting for, and which cup are you going to choose. So dramatic, Scorpio. Your eclipse. Your energy after the eclipse. You have the Queen of Cups reverse. Oh, baby. Look, that's y'all's card in this deck. Some of you are going to cry. A lot. Some of you are going to be in your feelings, especially since this eclipse is in Cancer. And you also have Mercury going backwards. And why the fuck, New York City? Get your goddamn... Our fireworks against the goddamn law here. Like, I don't get it. Like, I've never understood what they get out of blowing up them goddamn M80s and M60s. Like, it's dynamite. It's not pretty. It doesn't look good. It just makes a whole lot of noise for no fucking reason. Alright, I'm getting off my soapbox now. Anyway. I don't get it. Anyway, so... the environment after the eclipse is, I'm sad. I'm really, really sad. We're going to clarify. We're getting 2 cards for this card. Can I have 2 cards to clarify the environment after the eclipse with Scorpio? It's 2 cards. 2 cards to clarify the environment after the eclipse with Scorpio. 2 cards to clarify the environment after the eclipse with Scorpio. Wow. Damn. One more card. Bottom of the deck so far is the Knight of Swords. I feel like that's a message coming in. I also feel like there's some of you talking out of anger, and when you do that, you're talking too fucking quickly, and hoof and mouth disease. Because remember, that is the diarrhea of the mouth knight for me. He says too much too fast, and he's like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I have one more card to clarify the environment after the eclipse with Scorpio. One more card to clarify the environment after the eclipse with Scorpio. Damn. Listen, y'all. Whatever is ending, it is ending. Be honest with yourselves about that shit. Don't try to blow smoke up your own ass. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords reverse. It's like, I feel like it's you're lying to yourselves. Stop. Just like with this King of Swords reverse. You're lying to your fucking self, and there's no reason for that. You know what it is. You know what's going on. You've known it for a while. Why aren't you prepared? Because for some reason, yeah, we got a lot of clarifiers for this card because, okay, I said I wanted 2, and then after the 2, I said, no, we need like 1 more, and they gave me 3 more. So we have 5 clarifiers for this one fucking card. All right, let's start from the top. 7 of Cups is saying that you're not being realistic about this shit. It is over. Once again, it is over. And with the 10 of Swords, I really feel like it's not a double over card. I feel like for a lot of you, you're deluding yourselves into thinking that they are betraying you when you've known yourself that shit has been over for a while. And with the Wheel of Fortune card reversed, you could be feeling like, this is not fair. Why is this happening to me? And then with the Knight of Swords, whoever it is that's telling you this shit, they're being honest. So you got to get out your feels, boo. Get out your feels. And I see the Queen of Wands for some reason too. Here, they're showing me like the Queen of Wands. And so for some of you, resist the urge to be emotional and angry and attempt to retaliate. That'll get you into a lot of trouble. Don't fucking do that. Okay? Okay? Promise. Okay? Pinky swear? Underneath the 8 of Swords reverse is the 8 of Swords reverse because it is time to be released from this. 5 of Swords reverse is also saying that in this relationship, the two of you have probably been doing a lot of bickering back and forth, attempting to hurt each other. Like, you're always trying to one up the other as far as, I can hurt you more. No, I can hurt you more. No, fuck you. No, fuck you. You ain't shit. I hate your gut. Like, it's nasty. It's bad. And with the Page of Wands reversed, again, I still feel that same energy. Like, this was something that, this relationship was built off of what should have been a one-night stand or a relationship that was built too quickly. Like, things moved too fast, and instead of you getting off the train, you kept going, Scorpio. And so now, universe says it's time to end shit. Yeah, it's time. It's fucking time. Now, your last card placement is the most likely outcome as a result of the eclipse. And you have the Hangman. For some of you, this could be that relationship with the Pisces that I've been reading about y'all. Like, you and Pisces, y'all been having something going on for a while now, Scorpio. And for some of you, it's probably time for that thing to end. For some of you, you see the hangman hanging in the background? For some of you, you're going to end things. For others of you, there's going to be an enlightenment. Some type of enlightenment, because you gotta remember that's why the hangman hangs from the tree in the first place. He wants to know what the fuck is going on. For others of you, they just showed me the hangman's hands behind his back. Like, that's jail. So, remember when I said don't be violent? Don't be fucking violent. Don't. Rise above the bullshit, boo. Don't end up in that stuck ass position, because you're gonna be like, damn, Joy Kimberly said so. Yeah, I did. And I feel zero remorse for people who make passionate decisions without thinking. Like, you have to think. I'm a Pisces and I fucking know that shit. Then again, I have a shit ton of Virgo placements, but still, I think everything through, and then think it through again, and then think it through one more time. It can be a little tedious sometimes, but at the end of the day, chess moves, baby. Let's clarify. Please clarify the most likely outcome as a result of the new moon total solar eclipse in Cancer for Scorpio. I have 2 more cards. That's 2 more cards. I have 2 more cards to clarify the most likely outcome for Scorpio. Oh, fuck you, fan. 2 more cards to clarify the most likely outcome for Scorpio. 2 more cards to clarify the most likely outcome for Scorpio. Gemini's next. Two more cards for Scorpio. 2 more cards to clarify the most likely outcome for Scorpio. 2 more cards. 2 more cards to clarify the most likely. Two more cards to clarify the most likely outcome for Scorpio. Okay. Finally, your sun is right side up. Good. That shit's been coming out upside down the entire spread. Okay. It's not necessarily happiness, though. That's more of a realization. It's like y'all are finally coming up out your feelings and seeing shit for what it is. And here are your clarifiers. The first one was the 8 of Pentacles, showing that you're not going to be working on your other two. Your other 2 clarifiers were the 4 of Wands and the Lovers, reverse. Lovers is a head over heart decision because you're finally using your head and getting the fuck up out of your emotions. Good shit, Scorpio. And what you're deciding is that the same 4 of Wands that was at the bottom of the deck at the very beginning of the spread, you're deciding to not work on that anymore. 8 of Pentacles reverse and the 4 of Wands. You're done. And you're realizing that this is what's best for everyone. You've had patience. And also with the Temperance card and the wings are kind of glittery for me. The angel's wings. I feel like for some of you a guide is going to help you see this. Or it's like, I just feel like it's some kind of sign you're going to see that it's time. Yo, this card's been coming out through the entire fucking spread, y'all. You can't make this shit up. It's Judgment Day. Judgment Day, Judgment Time. And this decision is final. Like, if this is a marriage that you're going to be breaking down or walking away from or a long-term relationship, there's no going back. This is it. And you know it. And even though you had some good times and shit, and you probably do love the family, and the family pretty much loves, like, there's love there, but nobody's in love. And another thing too, Scorpio, is you need to be loving yourself at this point, because a lot of you aren't. 4 of Swords is saying, I need to take a break. Because you do. So take the break, y'all. Wham. Listen, Scorpio, for real. Resist the urge to go through all of these emotions. Resist the urge to control everything. Resist the urge to allow everything else to control you. Take the bull by the horns and do what's right. Your emperor doesn't have to be reversed. He should be right side up. Do what's right by everybody. I heard for once. Because a lot of you, I feel like a lot of you are, how can I put this? It's like, for a lot of you, I feel like you make these decisions saying, oh, this is what's best for everyone, but it's not really what's best, it's what you think is best. And so with the emperor, you know, he knows what's best because he knows he knows the people that he's doing things best for. And it's not what he thinks, he knows it. You, on the other hand, Scorpio, this is more about, oh, well, I think I know what's best, and we're just going to do this. No, it ain't right. That's coming from, that's a very ego-driven place to come from. Don't do it to yourself. Resist the urge to be controlled by your ego. And we're done. This eclipse is going to be powerful for y'all. I feel like it's going to be powerful for a lot of signs, but for y'all, this was pretty deep. Just saying. So, we're done. If this resonated for you at all, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, all that good shit. Thank you for listening, sharing, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget, all my information will be below in the description box if you want to hit us up for a personal session. And that's that. Don't forget to tell a friend, 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 friend. About Joy Kimberly.